So on behalf of Apex Van Life, welcome to our instruction video. All of our camper vans are Toyota Hi-Ace 300s. So we're just going to show you a little bit about the vehicle and how to drive the vehicle. This will apply to whichever Hi-Ace 300, whichever van you've hired from us. But the first thing you get is a standard Toyota key, which is the open and closes all on it. And you can open up the vehicle and we'll show you inside. You're inside the Toyota Hi-Ace. Very, very familiar place for a lot of people. Very standard Toyota design. All the functions, the indicators on the right hand side, wipers on the left, the controls on the steering, the cruise control are all very intuitive. The stereo is a wonderful stereo with a Bluetooth connection. There are some connections down here if you want to plug in the USB, and some charging points for 12 volt. Very easy to use, very easy to drive. A couple of things that are worth pointing out on the Toyota. There is a switch to retract the mirrors over with the electric windows, so you can pull the mirrors in with a touch of a button. And the rear vision camera, you'll see here is a camera. You can switch it back to being a mirror only, but we recommend leaving it as a camera, which gives you a much better view of what's happening behind you, not trying to look through a mirror through the vehicle. The gearbox is standard, foot on the brake, and you can change it as you need. And the other thing, it's got an automatic off function, so when you stop in traffic, the engine will cut out. You can switch that off, but you need to do that every time if you want to switch that off. And one of the things that you may love or hate, the Toyota has a lane departure feature. So when you're driving, if the car feels that you are leaving the lane or getting too close to the edge, it will feel like the car gently brakes and pulls you back into the lane. It feels like the car's taking control for a second, which it is. Some people like that, and it pulls you back into the lane, you keep driving. It is a safety feature. But if you don't like it, it's easy to turn off. There is a button here which you just press and it will show in an orange little light on the dashboard that you've turned it off. But of course you need to do that every time you start the vehicle. So it's something to be aware of. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So other than that, everything in the Toyota is very easy to do. Refueling is easy. In Toyota fashion, they have down to the right hand side here, they have a bonnet release and they have a fuel flap release. So once you open the fuel flap, it's on the left hand side. You can use the bigger truck style diesel pumps or the smaller standard size, but very easy to refuel, and just remember diesel only. So once that diesel fuel flap is open, the flap's open, just put it open, and easy enough to take the lid off. Refuel the vehicle and replace the cap. And then this just clips back in, as such. Too easy. So in the rear of the vehicle we have, first of all, you'll notice an extremely comfortable custom-built mattress. You'll get a great night's sleep on that. Everyone who sleeps on it raves about how comfortable it is. I know that for myself too. And of course the main things you have in the back here is you have the table, which can slide out. You can sit here and enjoy a cup of coffee or your snacks. And two large drawers, which have all the things that you need. You have the hose, you have power if you need power, mallets, tent pegs, LED lights, wash up bowl, the gas hose for the cooker, and the cooker's in here. And of course this handy little table extension, which goes on to the end of the drawer and clips on as such. So between that, you can put on either drawer, you can come out. You have plenty of table space here when it comes time to cook. So that goes back onto here and stored away like that. And then the other thing that you need to have is the fridge and freezers. So these are drawer fridges and freezers. The temperatures are here, that's the current temperature now, but they are set at 3, which is a fridge, and 3, which is a fridge. If you put it down to 0, it will run as a freezer. So both of those are there ready to go. The gas bottle here, 4.5 kilo gas bottle. You sit in there, you'll see it's been plugged, so it's safe to transport it and it's locked in place. Only turn on the gas and only connect the gas when you're using it, and at all other times have the gas bottle off. So there is the hose you saw in here to connect for the gas cooker, and also behind it there is a connection for the Kamek hot water system, instant hot water system, which when you want to use that you need to connect up to the gas bottle. You can access the gas bottle by lifting up the mattress, and the gas bottle will come out of that hatch. So if it needs to be refilled or replaced, just keep in mind you need to get the same size gas bottle to fit into that spot. So that's how you get at the gas bottle. There is other hatches under here to access things if you need to, but you shouldn't need to. The Kamek hot water system is a real feature of our vans. It's an instantaneous hot water system. So our vans have generally 54 litre or 43 litre water tanks, and it instantaneously heats the water and gives you a nice hot water supply. So when you've turned that on, you'll see the controls are just in here. We recommend you set the temperature to around that, somewhere between 36 and 40 degrees. And then I only use the hot water tap so that you're not trying to mix the water. Just get hot water at a temperature you're happy with, and you don't have to try to mix hot and cold. The shower in these vans is nice and long and has an on-off to conserve water as well. So that's your shower head, and of course the filling point is here. That filler is permanently connected on there. That is a filling point. You can use the hose that's supplied to fill up the tank. You don't leave the water connected, you just fill up the tank and use the tank water. And when it's full, water will come out of the overflow pipe here and let you know that it's full. Outside the vehicle you have a shower tent, which is this here, which you just open up and expand the arms, and you can have a nice private shower tent in there. You can use it for the shower or for the porta potty. And we'll explain a few things up on the roof in a moment, but pretty much they're the major functions of the van in the back area here. Once you start talking about what's upstairs, then there's a few things. There's obviously a wonderful Grand Tourer Mark III tent with roof bars and solar panels on it. There are 2 awnings, one on the left, one on the right, which can be opened up and used. There's a great big deck area here with these clips. So the ladder that comes with the van clips onto here. You can climb up the ladder. When the ladder's out, the door can still operate, but you can get up on the deck. And then the rooftop tent, which is optional on these vans, has a padlock with a code on it, but you unclip each side, and that rooftop tent will open up at a 45-degree angle, and then you've got awnings and things in there. If you hire the rooftop tent, there are some additional tables and chairs inside the rooftop tent that come as part of that package. The Toyota seats obviously have the child seat mounting points, 3 of them in the back here, which are you can use to connect up child seats, and the seat belts are all here for you to use. We find at night you can sleep east-west. If you want to, you can put a few cushions down or pillows down and sleep north-south if you're particularly tall. Either way works quite well with the seat up. There's also a table that's in the back here. You can see this round timber table, and there's also a leg down there, a grey leg as well, which connects up, and basically that drops into this thing in the back, and you can set up your table and sit there and have a cup of coffee or work on a laptop if you wish while you're parked up. Gives you a lot of places to sit in the van. It's capable of taking 5 people after all. The other thing you'll see is it's got 2 fly screens, so the window's open from inside, and we've got stainless steel fly screens on both sides. Very important to open those for a little bit of ventilation when you're sleeping at night. And all of our vans have these windshields as well, So if you do want a little extra ventilation, you can leave the window down an inch or two and have some air coming in that way. And also if you do want to run that 15 amp cord into the vehicle, we suggest put the window down an inch, run the cord in through the window if you want to run other appliances at night inside the vehicle. So look, pretty much there's so many options with Kahuna, Moana and Ohana to take a group of people or the family away. Very popular vans, and hopefully you enjoy your trip in it, and on behalf of Apex Van Life, safe travels. Location of the light switch for the inverter and the way that the control panel is labelled is much the same in a slightly different spot. Around the back of the vehicle, it is laid out slightly differently. In Ohana, we've got the drawers stacked on top of each other, and the fridge freezers stacked on top of each other rather than the other way around. And a lovely dark colour timber as well, used in Ohana. It's very hard to get hold of again. But enjoy your trip either way.